Hi.
Hi.
I have a new mic.
It sounds beautiful.
Doesn't it? Hey, thanks for sticking with us while we had that shitty mic problem.
Yeah, the tech problem is like...
It's so awful.
Yeah.
I bought these fancy mics, and they just didn't work. And they were like over $100 each.
Yeah, that's...
And the mics themselves worked, but the program that it came with didn't.
So shitty. And the customer service was no help, right?
They just didn't know what... I don't know. They didn't know how to fix it.
Right.
And then they told me they fixed it, but my return window was closing, so I had to return them so I could get my dollars back. So now we're back to cheapo mics, but at least they're working.
Yeah. At least we can be heard.
We'll figure it out someday.
Someday.
Anyway.
We're back.
We are back. I'm your host, Danie.
And I'm Katie.
And this is Wicked Mysterious.
Nope.
Oops. This is...
Wicked
Mysterious.
All right, that's our new thing.
I guess it is.
But we should make it smoother.
Wicked, you say mysterious. Wicked.
Mysterious. We should make it smoother for episode 11, but we'll switch it up a little bit.
That's
Danie
right.
never liked the intro, so
No, I didn't.
forced her to say it in unison.
That's all right.
And every time she says it, her eye twitches a little, like she doesn't like it, I can tell. So,
speaking of wicked, mysterious, Katie bought me the cutest shirts for Christmas. Well, shirt.
Yeah, shirt.
Mine says wicked.
And mine says mysterious.
Yes, and it's beautiful and I love it.
We'll have to take a photo together.
We will. I know, we gotta do better with the social media. We're like such old people with that shit.
I just started a TikTok, okay? And I was clueless. And then apparently I've had many TikToks because I see my name and like my picture in like all kinds of TikToks, like people I may know.
Yeah.
I'm very
confused.
confused.
Started like downloading it and started made an account and forgot about it.
Several different names, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I'm just like, but I'm just learning this now, so how is this possible, you know?
I don't mind TikTok.
Yeah, well, it's fun for like little dances, but I just refuse to like get stuck scrolling.
It's so bad, like especially the algorithm is like really good on there. Yeah. So I end up in these rabbit holes, and that's why I don't use it because I just can't get out of it. I know.
I'll watch like little reels of people cleaning their house when I should be cleaning mine.
It's so satisfying, isn't it?
It is, but why aren't I doing that to my sink? You know,
and like, recording it.
Yeah,
you know, you can get paid for it.
It's that ASMR stuff.
Yeah. I was just talking about that yesterday.
Yeah. I did buy that little, like, GoDaddy sponge.
Me too!
Stop it. Did you buy the pink stuff, too?
No, but I thought about it.
I did.
Yeah, how was it?
It's good.
Yeah?
It's good. It's just got a little bit of a fine texture, to it, just a little, and it doesn't, like, scratch up your surfaces. But I'm still not recording TikTok videos of me cleaning my
This is not going to become a cleaning podcast. Imagine that. We're
just like... Talk about Mr. Clean this week.
Yeah.
Hey, I bet we could find some, like, crazy mysteries about some popular people like Mr. Clean.
Yeah.
There's probably a very deep, dark story about Mr. Clean. I wouldn't doubt it. I don't trust bald guys. Just kidding. Just kidding, bald guys. Just kidding.
I don't trust Capricorn.
Some of my favorite bald people are bald. Some of my favorite, like Dr. Phil, and I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Dr. Phil's not my favorite, but I do love Steve Wilkos. I do. I just have a little sensitive place for him.
Dr. Phil sucks.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I'll watch it, but I hate him.
It's entertaining. Person. Yeah, he can be a wicked dick.
I bet he's a Capricorn. Nothing worse than a bald Capricorn, I'll tell you what.
Oh, man.
Or a bald Leo thinking they're good when they're not.
I was just thinking Leo, but you know what? I'm going to find out right now. I'm going to find out what his sign is, because now I really need to know.
I can guarantee you, like, I would bet my life that he is not an Aquarius.
Okay.
Watch him be a Libra. He probably cries all the time.
No, he's a Virgo.
Okay,
and that makes sense.
That does make sense.
Holy shit, that makes sense.
Yeah.
No.
I can almost guarantee he's got some kind of Capricorn in his chart.
He definitely has that arrogance that a lot of Virgo people have.
Yeah.
I mean, very smart people, but just they do have a way of, they are right and they are going to make you believe they are right even if they're not. And that's totally...
my Virgo moon. What's your moon sign, by the way?
Leo, remember?
Oh, right.
Unfortunately.
Right, yeah.
Because I'm so far from Leo, like in every way, but it pops up, so I just try to ignore it. I just try to just focus on my rising, you know?
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
What about, what's your rising again?
No, Leo. I'm wrong. I focus on my moon.
So your moon is
Leo. Everything's Leo. I focus on everything.
You're a Leo moon and Leo rising?
Yeah, I am. I'm a Leo moon and I'm a Leo rising, and obviously my sun is the best. Can't forget that, Scorpio. Did I show you that meme with all the different like the air sign, the water sign, and pulling on me as SpongeBob with the Scorpio in the middle? No, you didn't see that?
No,
meme?
I didn't see that.
I'll have to send it to you.
Yeah.
I sent it to Amanda and she was like, oh yeah. And I was like, yeah, we can't help it. We're just like, all the signs love us and they're compelled to us. And she says, yeah, and they're humble too. It's like, what do you mean?
I was telling you guys, I met a guy at a party and we had these little drink gems, so everybody knew whose drink was whose, and he picked his birthstone color, and I was like, when's your birthday? And he said August, and I was like, God. Right, I was like, Leo. And he's like, yeah, but I'm on the cusp of Virgo and I prefer that because he's like,
and that can be valid sometimes if they're really close on the cusp, they can get away with it. Yeah.
I was like, oh, Virgo, so you're a perfectionist, and he's like, yeah, but I'm still a Leo, so I already know I'm perfect, and I was just like, oh God.
And that is typical.
That is a typical Leo.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyway, I'm a Libra, the fairest of beings.
Yes,
as we know.
I love my Libra girls. I do. They make amazing friends. They really do. They're just great people.
Except I can't make a decision to save my fucking life, but
absolutely not. No. And you never will. Like no.
I do eventually make a decision. It just takes me a long time.
Even that decision, though, you're probably second guessing it the whole time.
Yeah, the scales get confused a lot.
Oh, it's okay, because that's really like the only struggle you have. Really, is just that you really can't make decisions.
I've got a lot of struggles.
Yeah, you're too kind.
My Scorpio Venus. That's a little bit.
It's the best part of intense. You. It's the best part of you. That's why you're mysterious.
According to who? Like
me, the Scorpio. Okay.
Start becoming Jodi Arias vibes.
I don't know, but why do us Scorpios really think that we have to I don't know what it is. We do. We have this way to think that we are just the best. All of us feel that way.
Libra's the best, but.
Really? I don't hear a lot of Libras putting themselves up there like they don't the best.
Need to. They don't need to because everybody knows it.
I have to agree that Libra women are definitely one of my favorite signs. Libra men on the other side. I mean, my dad's a Libra man, so I love your dad, but Libra men are not my favorite.
Nope, they're not my favorite. No. I had a Libra boyfriend, and it was not a good time.
Tough.
All he did was cry. I'm sorry if you're out there and you listen, you know who you are. Stop it.
Oh my God, just stop it. Grow up. Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Oh, man, that was not a good time.
No.
Anyway, now that we're 9 minutes into this.
Wow.
Welcome to episode 10.
Welcome. Double digits.
Oh, jinx.
Jinx.
So,
I just tapped the table like a dumbass instead of what was I supposed to do?
Jinx.
Pinch poke.
You me a Coke.
Yep, except not Coke.
Except we don't drink soda anymore.
No.
You me a seltzer.
No, and it's actually been 2 years for me. Well, last week, actually, for New Year's was 2 years for me without drinking alcohol.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks. Yay.
Good job.
Yeah, I stopped being a wino,
Yeah.
Yeah. It was for my health. It wasn't because I was a major alcoholic, but...
I just don't like how it feels.
Yeah, the hangover as you get older is just insanely hard to recover from.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
For New Year's, I had a couple drinks, but it was the first time I drank in, I couldn't even tell you how long. At least a year, probably.
Wow.
I might have had, one drink over the summer, but...
Yeah.
Or no, I whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
it was a while.
I hadn't drank in a while.
Yeah. And how'd you feel the next day? Were you okay?
It was more like how I felt during the night. I didn't like it, but no, I took Tylenol and Motrin today, and I had 2 coffees
last week.
So Oh, yes.
It's hard.
Yes. Last week on New Year's.
We're recording a double episode, guys. Okay, we were gonna try to fool you, but
we can't.
because
we talk
New Year's,
too much.
yeah, New Year's is just still in the
air.
In the air. Okay, so
this is gonna be another one of my episodes just because of how life happened.
yeah, we've had some crazy up things happening.
Crazy
up? What? Rewind that. Scratch that. That's getting. Take that out.
Cut.
That was my shit for a while. I don't know why I don't say cut anymore. Cut.
You still can.
Okay.
I kind of don't want to cut it out because I like it.
Whatever. The up. What? Who's? It's my brain. That's my
I think you
problem.
were going to say ups and downs, but then you stopped because it wasn't an up. It's just a down.
Exactly.
But
that's probably what it is. Okay. Right.
See, I get you.
Yeah, so we had like a little flow going with like alternating, but then we realized like we're not gonna keep it as like an alternating pattern because life happens and we never know. So Danny's gonna do a couple of episodes so that my brain can rest a little bit,
recover.
Yeah, and we'll get there.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. And I love researching.
So this is all you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm excited for this. Let's go. I don't know what it is, and I love when I don't know what it is.
Our story takes place.
The first line. And I love how serious your face got too. Like, okay, I'm ready. Game face.
Our story takes place in Key West, Florida. One of my favorite places.
Love.
Another Florida story.
Oh, look at you.
Because Florida's fucking weird.
Always weird things happening in Florida.
Yep. And this story is about a haunted doll.
Ooh.
Known as Robert the Doll.
Robert.
So I have to say up front, I'm sorry, Robert. I'm sorry, Robert. I never meant to hurt you. So I'm talking about him like he's real because he might be. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like you to take his picture without his permission. And if you do, there's problems. So
he's going to haunt you?
Yeah. Oh. So we'll just say.
Yeah.
I'm apologizing in advance because I can't ask him for permission to do this podcast. Mm-hmm. So hopefully he never hears it.
No.
Okay.
I think he's good.
The story of where Robert came from is hotly debated. Ooh. The first story says that in 1904, a boy named Robert Eugene Otto received a doll on his 4th birthday. The boy gave the doll his own name, Robert, as the boy went by the name Gene. Some sources say that Gene started going by his middle name because he gave his own name to the doll, almost as if the doll stole his name.
Yeah. Interesting.
The gift was from his grandfather, who purchased it while traveling in Germany. The doll was one of a kind, made by the Steiff Company. Do you know the Steiff Company? Mm-mm. They're the first ones that made the teddy bear, and they're, like, famous to this day. Actually, one time, I went to this estate sale in Bridgewater a couple of years ago, and this house was full of Steiff stuffed animals. Like, really? The collection must have been, like, in the millions. It was crazy. But anyway, Steiff was founded in 1897 and is responsible for creating the first teddy bear. It is believed that Steiff did in fact make this doll, and it was part of a series of jesters and other clown-like dolls made for a window display and was not intended to be sold as a toy.
Okay.
The Otto family was a prominent one and extremely wealthy, owning a giant home at 534 Eaton Street in Key West.
Wow.
They had servants who, according to local lore, were abused by Gene's parents. Many believe that Robert did not come from Gene's grandfather, but from a vengeful servant who knew the doll was cursed. Yet another version of this story is that a Bahamian maid became close with Gene, but was fired in 1906 due to her practicing of voodoo, or that Mrs. Otto was jealous of her son's closeness with the maid. Upon her departure, the story says that the maid left Gene the doll. It's unknown what year Gene received the doll, but he was somewhere between the ages of 4 and 8. The doll stands at a little over 3 feet tall and is made of fabric stuffed with wood wool. Wood wool is known as Excelsior and is basically just wooden shavings and slivers cut from logs.
Wow.
It is used nowadays for packaging and for swamp coolers. But back in the early 1900s, it was used for stuffing upholstery and toys, as well as used in taxidermy. Robert has hard plastic eyes made of buttons, but not Coraline style. They're just plain plastic buttons without the little holes.
Okay.
Robert is dressed in a sailor's outfit, which is believed to have been one of Gene's. He's covered in small marks that resemble scars and has a little smirk on his face.
Oh, creepy.
Actually, I think he's kind of cute. I don't think he's creepy looking.
Is he easily found?
Oh, yeah,
here?
Robert the doll.
Robert the doll?
Some of the pictures, depending on the angle, make him look creepier than he is, but I think he's cute.
I want to see him. I'm not one of those people that are creeped out about dolls. I know a lot of people are.
I'm not either. What do you think?
Oh.
He's cute, right?
He reminds me of like a monkey.
Yeah.
Like he has like he looks like a Curious George
Yes.
/ human.
Yes, he does.
Well, / doll.
Because his
Like
face
Teddy.
is,
Yeah.
his face is made of, his whole body is made from fabric, so.
And interestingly enough, he doesn't look like a teddy bear. Like he looks more human-like.
No, so when Steiff made this doll, if Steiff is the one that made it, it was made to be a doll, but more like a mannequin or something.
Okay, so like when you said teddy bear,
No,
originally,
Steiff was the original maker of Teddy Bear.
Original maker of teddy bear, but this is supposed to be a doll. Okay, gotcha.
A doll or just like a mannequin.
Because it's big.
Yeah, he's 3 feet tall.
And wow,
like a mannequin for a window display, but the window display was supposedly like clowns.
Okay.
So it wasn't necessarily to be sold as a doll.
Yeah, he's definitely creepy, but cute. He's cute.
I like him. I think he's cute.
Yeah. Aww.
So Robert quickly became Jean's best friend.
But very creepy.
Yes.
Again.
Well,
like people research, look it up, Google him so you can see him. Yeah. Or I'm sure you'll put a picture. You're so good with like that.
Yes,
you'll do something.
Yes.
So cute.
Robert quickly became Jean's best friend. He took Robert with him everywhere and was often seen whispering to him. He even built him his own room with his own furniture and even his own dolls and a small stuffed dog. Mm-hmm. But then things started to get weird. When Jean was 10 years old, he awoke one night to find Robert staring at him while sitting on the edge of his bed. Mm-hmm. He screamed for his mother, who came running in, and she could hear sounds of furniture being overturned. Jean's only explanation was that Robert did it.
Oh, boy.
Things escalated from there, with Robert reportedly destroying Jean's...
Jean. Poor Jean.
I hope my stomach isn't on this recording. Can you hear it?
I heard it a few times. You just ate a granola bar. Tell that stomach to shut up.
I ate a granola bar and... and I'll stop there.
Yeah, just stop. Yeah.
Things escalated from there, with Robert reportedly destroying Jean's other toys and torturing him nightly by overturning his furniture. His parents reportedly heard Jean talking in his room and hearing a different, deep voice talk back.
So creepy.
When the adults in the household noticed Robert moving on his own, changing his facials... Changing his
facials. Today he wants a hibiscus facial. Tomorrow he's going to have a mango. Oh, that's good.
Changing his facial expressions and even speaking, Jean's aunt put him in the attic.
Oh, he's going to be pissed.
Oh, he was. Legend says that the aunt died that night.
Oh, shit. He was not playing.
The attic is not really an attic. It's called a turret, which is a rounded section of the home. Mm-hmm. It's 1 story higher than the rest of the home. Mm-hmm. It's like a small tower. Kind
of like what people would use for a storage area, or no? It's not an attic, so
it's not really
it's usable space. Like
I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
interesting.
Once he was in the attic, people could hear him walking around in all hours of the day and night, and even heard him giggling. People also saw Robert staring out of the attic window. Servants and maids began leaving their jobs at the auto home, many claiming that the Bahamian maid put a curse on Robert.
Cut.
Oh my god.
We could have just said that was Lala. You could have been like, Lala, get out of here.
What is wrong with my stomach?
You ate beans. You ate beans.
I did eat beans.
Desi loves to say beans. Beans. Beans.
Why?
I don't know. She loves kidney beans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My stomach doesn't. Jean grew up and became an artist and an author. He married a woman named Annette, and when his parents died, he moved back into his childhood home. Jean found Robert in the attic and insisted that Robert have his own room. He propped him up in a window in an upstairs bedroom overlooking the street.
Wow, so he immediately fell back into that. Uh-huh. Wow, that's wicked creepy.
Children walking to school would claim that they'd see Robert disappear and reappear in front of their eyes. This scared adults and children alike, so much so that people stopped walking by to avoid Robert. Annette, Jean's wife, became afraid of Robert, and once again he was banished to the attic. Jean, Annette, and guests could hear Robert pacing in the attic, moving things around and laughing. But then the rumor spread around town that Robert was again teasing and taunting school children from the second floor window.
What a little shit.
Yeah. Jean knew that he locked Robert in the third floor attic and went to investigate. He opened the bedroom door to find Robert sitting in a rocking chair gazing out the window again. Word quickly spread around town, and the Otto family home became known for Robert, who was seen running back and forth between the windows as people walked by. People gossiped that Robert was indeed cursed with voodoo, and that he had animal bones and human hair inside of him, and even a crystal heart. Another rumor states that Annette went insane and died due to Robert's curse and the hold he had over her husband. But I don't think that's true because she died in 1976, 2 years after Jean died. The house was sold to a woman named Myrtle Reuter, who had a 10-year-old daughter.
Uh-oh.
The girl fell in love with Robert, but almost immediately began having nightmares and insisted that Robert wanted to kill her. To this day, as an adult, she stands by the story that Robert moved on his own and attacked her. Myrtle claims that she saw Robert move and saw his facial expressions change when anyone spoke negatively of Jean. After 20 years, she donated Robert to the Ford East Martello Museum. The Otto home is now known as the Artist House and is a bed and breakfast.
Cool.
So if our listeners have a chance, look it up. It's one of the most photographed homes on Key West. It's in different magazines and stuff. It's beautiful.
Cool.
Visitors of the Artist House claim to see Annette's ghost on the stairs leading up to the turret. Now over 120 years old, Robert resides with his stuffed dog in a glass case inside the museum, surrounded by letters of those he has victimized. The museum gives a briefing to all visitors on how to approach Robert, advising them to speak to Robert in a polite and respectful manner and never take his picture without first asking Robert's permission.
Wow.
But some people still take pictures without it and then later become convinced that they've been cursed by Robert. Many of these people write letters of apology, which the museum staff meticulously catalog and then give to Robert.
Wow. I see his little stuffed dog, and the stuffed dog is just as cute as him, if not cuter.
Right.
That little dog is so cute.
Yeah. These letter writers explain their severe misfortune after being disrespectful to Robert, from relationship breakdowns to accidents to sudden poor health and even death of family members. There are currently over 1,000 letters cataloged.
Wow.
The staff claim that Robert is found in different positions than he was left in, and that they've seen his facial expressions change. In 2020, hashtag #SorryRobert started trending on Twitter, with users blaming current events on Robert's curse.
Oh.
It took on a Ring-like feel, like Ring like the movie.
Yeah.
Where users started saying, "You're cursed by Robert for even looking at his picture."
Oh, great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Freaking having me
I've
Google
cursed all
him here,
over-
and I'm telling
all
our
over
listener here
listeners,
to don't Google.
Just say sorry,
Guys,
you'll be good.
I'm sorry, Robert. You're beautiful. You're beautiful, and your dog's beautiful, too.
A lot of people claim that there was a lot of emotional energy in the Otto family home and that maybe Robert was somehow infected by it. The most prominent theory, though, is that a maid from the Bahamas used a voodoo curse. Many insist that Robert has real human hair and that the hair might actually be Jean's, and some say that it's even grayed over time. People think that the story of the curse is perpetuated by the museum to keep visitors coming. The Artist House website refers to Robert as Jean's alter ego, but does not explain further. Because, I love artist types and
They have to.
their weirdness and I mean that in the best way possible.
Yep.
So it's interesting to think that he could be like an artist experiment and this is like his alter ego. But that's the only place on the internet that I could find that refers to him as that.
Okay.
It refers to ghost stories in their bed and breakfast, including sightings of Robert, but steers clear of any mention of any curses, specifically stating that every encounter was friendly. So it was kind of like a nothing to see here type thing. I could find very little on Jean's life outside of his courtship and marriage to Anne, or Annette, and to an even lesser extent, his art. So I wanted to see like what he was like, and I wanted to like see what his art looked like, and I couldn't find really anything. And it said he was an author. I couldn't find any of his works at all. So anyway, he's often described as eccentric, and I wish there was more about his life and personality outside of Robert. Yeah. So we could maybe come up with theories, you know? It seems so much more likely that Robert was a gift from Jean's grandfather, but still the prevailing theory is that this is a voodoo curse because, you know, racism. I read that the museum traced Robert back to Steiff, the toy manufacturer, and Steiff did confirm he was one of their designs, but that he was never intended to be sold as a doll and was created just as a window display. So I think Robert is a tulpa, as we discussed in our previous episodes. A tulpa is a concept in mysticism and the paranormal of an object or being that is created through spiritual or mental powers.
Right.
A type of thought form that is capable of independent action with a persistent personality and identity, kind of a modern imaginary friend. HowStuffWorks.com describes it like this. Like imaginary friends, tulpas are entities generated entirely in the mind. But unlike imaginary friends, some believe tulpas think on their own, experience emotions, and have memories. Tulpas generate personalities, desires, and curiosities all their own, quite separate from their host. So basically, it's something that isn't necessarily real, in quotes, but then become real by our energy and thought.
Yep. Right. Because, like, it's similar to, like, manifesting them into life, right? With our energy and our thoughts.
What we talked about with
the,
Hat Man.
Yep. Yes.
So that's it for Robert the Doll. What do you think?
I think that it's creepy as hell. Apparently there is a movie about it.
Is it about him specifically or about, like, Annabelle?
Curse, The Curse of Robert. I think it's on Netflix. It might not be anymore, but it looks like it's The Curse of Robert, and now I want to watch it. If I haven't already watched it. Actually, it's called The Revenge of Robert on Netflix. The Revenge of Robert the Doll. And that photo that Netflix shows is a horrible depiction of this doll. Like, if that's how they portray him in the movie on Netflix, I don't even think I want to watch it because it's just so far from the doll. He's like I said, he looks like a Curious George / boy. Yeah. Like they merged. Yeah. And he just has this little, like, innocent, sweet little face. And this
I think
doll,
he's really cute.
He is. And, like, the doll they have on the Netflix movie looks like an Annabelle. Yeah. It's like, no. Very different. Very, very different. Even though the real Annabelle was not a Cabbage Patch. What were those dolls back in the day? Like the first dolls, Raggedy Ann and Andy dolls, whatever those are called. That's what Annabelle was.
No way.
Yeah, and they portrayed her to look like that for some weird reason.
Have you ever seen my Cabbage Patch doll?
Yes.
Her name's Roxanne.
You pulled her out of the closet, and I was like, "What?" Yeah.
She's missing an arm.
That's right. That's so cute that you still have that.
Yeah, because she would kill me if I, like, got rid of her. One time I lost her for, like, years, and I was like, oh my God, she's gonna be so mad when I find her. The girl who lived across the street from me growing up ripped her arms off, and my mom sewed them back on, but then one of them came off again, and I lost it, so she's only got one arm.
What a punk to rip her arms off. I hope you...
Yeah, she was...
tripped her. I hope you did.
She would have beat my ass. She was a tough girl.
Is that the one that you bought the best friend keychain for?
Yes. Did we talk
what
about
a bitch. I don't like that girl.
So when
if she's listening.
She probably would, but I don't give a fuck what she thinks anyway. But
yeah, what a shitbag for that.
I bought like a best friend's, I don't know, I think it was a best friend's necklace, and I gave it to her for her birthday.
Even though she was a bully.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, you thought she was friends. It was very toxic. Yeah, clearly. But you bought her that, and what did she do?
She had a July birthday. What is that?
Cancer?
No, Cancer's June. Oh, yeah, Cancer. She might have been a Leo, though, depending on when Leo starts, because she seems like a fucking Leo. But I bought her a best friend's necklace, like the two hearts that you can put together. Yeah. And she gave the half that was supposed to be mine to somebody else.
Unreal.
What a fucking dickbag.
Right? She did not deserve your friendship. Ugh.
Anyway.
Yeah. So
She locked me in her house one time, too. Like, wouldn't let me leave.
That's
She
creepy.
used to steal my toys, too. Anyway, that's enough in case, for
Yeah,
some reason,
right.
she does listen.
What? Just the horrible things you went through.
Bless her heart. It's okay now, I have you.
Yeah.
So,
That's right. I'll never do that to you.
I went through a lot.
I'll definitely never lock you in my house and not let you leave. We know that.
And you've passed the best friend keychain.
Yes.
test,
Yes.
So there's that.
That's true. You forced me to put it. You were like, your keys don't have the keychain on it yet.
Forced you.
You were like, hello. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. But it's there now. So it's great. And I love it. But all right.
Your own volition, right?
I know. I can't believe this is episode 10.
Right? We're doing so good.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It has. It's just a good thing, you know?
Do you want to finish talking about Robert? What do you think? Do you think this is true?
Well, I mean, there's got to be some kind of truth. I mean, I definitely don't put anything past, like, that time period and hexes and that shit. Like, it's totally could be real. Of course, like, I've never seen a doll move, so it's hard to imagine. But if there's been so many claims, I mean, I'm open-minded.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no.
I feel like it's not likely, but then again, I've seen stuff that other people wouldn't believe, so why wouldn't I believe somebody else's experiences,
right.
you know?
Right, exactly.
Just because you don't experience doesn't mean they didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, dolls are wicked creepy in general, and I think that a lot of people have a fear for them just right off the rip. And I wonder how many people, if you stare at something long enough, can see it moving, like, and had some fear mixed in with that, and maybe saw his eyebrows go up. He doesn't even have any eyebrows, poor thing. He looks like he's so cute.
Isn't he? Right?
He really is, though. And I think he would never hurt us because we adore him like this, you know?
Well, you better say sorry to him just in case.
Okay, sorry, Robert.
I
Hashtag sorry, Robert.
Yeah, I should have written him a letter and been like, see, like, that's the thing. How are you supposed to ask him permission? Like, how do you know if he's saying yes or no?
Well, if he does put a curse on us, then we're going to do a reverse curse on him. We're going to send it back in little curse box. We're going to send it back to him.
We should send him a best friend's necklace.
That's so cute. We should.
All right, so that's a wrap for this week.
Alrighty, that's great. And next week we'll be in episode number 11, and we'll be in the double digits for a very long time. But someday we'll be at the 3 digits,
right?
And it's gonna be unreal. And then we're gonna have to like throw a party or something.
Yes, we should.
A wicked, mysterious party.
Yes, we should. And
absolutely.
Let's pray that we get some investors or whatever they're fucking called.
Yeah, some sponsors.
Sponsors, yes. Please share this with your friends so that we can get more hearts and more likes and more listens and downloads.
Yes, please.
Yes, and thank you to our listeners. I noticed sometimes when we put out a new episode that people start binge listening to the previous episodes, which I love. That's so cool to see.
That is so cool.
So
yeah, thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for putting up with our voices.
Yeah, and our bad jokes.
I like our voices.
Yeah.
I think we have
velvety Libra voice.
It's so velvety.
You hate me too. Are you sick of me?
It's so good. No, I love it.
Okay.
Alrighty, Day Mysterious.